Liberty, justice for all. Okay, Article 2, to adopt the Maine Moderator's Manual published by the Maine Municipal Association as the authority on rules and procedures for conducting it says annual town meeting, actually it's a special town meeting. And I have the most recent copy right there. Article 3, to ascertain if non-resident speakers are present and whether or not non-inhabitants wish to call upon them to be heard. Are there any non-residents that wish to speak? There aren't any, so I guess we can skip right over that. Article 4, to see if the town will vote to appropriate for general government account the difference between the beginning budget of $338,828 presented at the annual town meeting May 4th, 2024, and the approved amount of $279,000. The difference being $59,828, which would come from your general fund. Can we have a motion on this?
Mr. Moderator, I move that we accept Article 4 as presented.
We have a second. Do we have discussion? Anybody? Hearing no discussion, if you favor Article 4 as I present it, would you raise your hands? If you oppose it, raise your hands. It's a vote. Article 5, to see if the town will appropriate from the general fund $7,540 for the Parks and Recreation account. There was an error in the town report which left this article off the annual town meeting warrant of May 4th, 2024. Can we have a motion? Somebody make a motion? Yes.
As read.
As read. Do we have a second? Discussion? Anybody? Okay. If you favor Article 5 as I read it, would you please raise your hands? If you oppose it, raise your hand. It's a vote. Article 6, to see if the town would appropriate the budget amount of $3,700 for the animal welfare account. At the annual town meeting on May 4th, 2024, the town residents approved $2,800 for the animal welfare account, which was missing the $9,000, which is the cost of the shelter contract. Will the town vote to appropriate from the general fund account $900 to be added to the animal welfare account? Can we have a motion?
Could you reread that, please?
You want me to read it again?
I apologize, but it sounded like you said 9,000 the first time.
I'm reading it just as it's here. I'll read it again. To see if the town will appropriate the budget amount of $3,700 for the animal welfare account. At the annual town meeting on May 4th, 2024, the town residents approved $2,800 from the animal welfare account, which was missing the $900, which is the cost of the shelter contract. Will the town vote to appropriate from the general fund amount $900 to be added to the animal welfare account?
My apologies, I misheard, sir.
Okay, I need a motion to approve it. Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? Do we have a second? Discussion? Anybody? Yes.
There should be funds in the animal, there should be an animal control fund that should have funds in that to, instead of general fund.
You can pull
We
attention.
don't, I'm not sure we know because the audit isn't back, but,
Right.
so,
Any comment, gentlemen?
Well, my comment is,
you gotta approve it, but just know that you should have funds. Somewhere else.
You should have funds in that account.
Mr. Moderator, may I speak?
Pardon me?
May I speak?
Yes, you may.
So, I believe everyone understands that we don't have our audit back yet. I have investigated some of the funds, and at this point in time, part of those funds from animal welfare is supposed to be rolled over and capped for the animal control account to pay for certain things for animals. If you have to, lay an animal down because it's been hit, we help with that. However, when I'm looking through the books, there is nothing being rolled over to save for that account. So that's, at this point, that will change as we go forward once we finish this year. But that's what's happening this time.
Okay. Any other discussion? Seeing, hearing none, if you favor the Article 6 as I read it and as it is written, would you raise your hands? If you oppose it, raise your hands. It's a vote. Article 7, to see if the town will authorize the select board to expend up to $31,500 from the Monument Lot Reserve account to refurbish the Veterans War Memorial. The project will be overseen by Rob Haley. This money was given to the town from the sale of the American Legion Hall back in 2018, and the gift was accepted by the town select board in December of 2019. Can we have a motion?
I move that we accept this article as presented.
We have a second? Discussion? Anybody? Okay. If you approve Article 7, as I read it, and as it is printed, please raise your hands. If you oppose it, raise your hands. Looks like you've got a job, Robbie. Article 8, to see if the town will allow funds received from FEMA for the storm damage that took place over the winter months to be deposited back into the accounts that were used to make the repairs to the roads. We have a motion? We have a second? Discussion? Hearing none, if you favor Article 8 as it's printed and as I read it, please raise your hands. If you oppose, raise your hands. It's a vote. Article 9, to see if the town will appropriate from the general fund $10,000 to be used for the general government account. The town received a gift of computers from Newell Techs to help us with our failing systems. We need to hire a company for IT services to help us get the new computers up and running. We are not sure exactly how much IT services are going to cost. If none of this money is needed, it will go back into the general fund at the end of December 31st, 2024. Can we have a motion? We have a second? Discussion? Hearing and seeing none, if you favor Article 9 as it is printed and as I read it, please raise your hands. Opposed? It's a vote. And I think that is it, isn't it? Have a motion to adjourn. We have a second. Discussion on that? Very good.